pastor of Conexión Church.
That's right.
You're a sales consultant.
That's right.
I just heard that you're going to school.
I'm working to getting my master's. So
Oh, okay. And then, of course, you're also a family man.
yeah,
How do you have time for all that?
you have to prioritize.
Okay.
Always, it's my family first.
Right.
My wife, my daughter. The boys are older, so it's easier with them. But my 3-year-old demands a lot of time.
Yes.
She demands, and you have a small daughter, so it's just about prioritizing. And I don't. Sometimes I have so much work, so much school, so much with the church that I have to wait a lot of times to do things on my own time. So I sleep pretty late every night, but there's sacrifices you got to do.
How many hours do you think you get of sleep?
You know what? My mornings don't start early
Hmm.
because of my work, so I get about 6 to 7. So
Okay.
I do good.
And are you able to just sleep through the night, or are you those like sensitive
I
sleepers?
sleep like a baby. I'm so tired that I sleep like a baby. Yeah, I've never had that issue.
That's kind of good to know that you tire yourself out, so that way when you get
Yes.
to bed, you just collapse.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, once I hit the bed, I usually put on my headphones to listen to something, and I'm out. I hardly ever listen to anything because I'm so tired.
And what helped you kind of get that mentality to where I have all these things and I need to learn a way to prioritize them?
Well, I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm a former Marine. So, I mean, that was a long time ago. 30 years ago.
30 years ago.
30 years ago when I joined the Marine Corps, it was embedded into my head, to my brain, that hey, there are things that have more importance, that you have to get those done first. It doesn't mean that you forget about the rest. That just means that you get these things done first. So I'll give you an example. I have so much homework to do because my computer broke 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
So I lost everything. I lost my homework, I lost work stuff, I lost church stuff. So for the past 2 weeks, I've been trying to get everything back. On top of that, I had to travel last week, so I was gone all week. And so this week, I'm like, okay, I don't have enough time to get it all done unless I kind of merge things together. So I asked my wife, hey, do you want to watch TV in my office? So the baby and my wife and my youngest were watching TV all week in my office with me. That way I knew I wasn't avoiding them. I was with them. Kind of got to see a little TV, and I still kept working on my things. So there's always time. We all have 24 hours in a day. And it's just a matter of saying, okay, this has to get done right away. This doesn't, and just getting it all done. And some things don't get done, but it's the less important things, and we work on those.
right. That's a bit of also self-discipline because you have to for yourself to do it because I
Correct.
mean distractions are always there.
Always. And you hit it right on the button right there, because it's discipline. If you're not disciplined, you're not going to accomplish anything. You need to be disciplined in this life if you're gonna reach your goals. My business goals, for example. So I work in sales, so it's a business within a business. So I determine how much I make. So by that, I need to make time and visits and phone calls and emails. This is something constant. So I've gotten to the point where I can get it done and be content with the fact that I've given it my best every month. Every month you start at zero when you're in sales. So, and this is where my family lives from. The church doesn't pay me, so this is my only source of income. So I have to make this work. And the discipline that I've acquired allows me to be able to live freely, be able to pastor as well as work full time, and be able to be a family man at the same time.
Where do you think you acquire the best out of your disciplines? Or is that also from a mentality that you kind of embedded from the Marine Corps?
Yes, and having the right people around you is also key. So I've had a lot of good mentors to where they've given me instruction on how or what not to do. I've had a lot of people. I can't say a lot, about 3-4 people in my life that have guided me along the way that I was able to take some of their wisdom and implement it into my life, and it has shaped me into the person that I am. And I'll give you a perfect example. When I left the Marine Corps, I was still young. I really had no direction. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to go to school, but I just wasn't doing it. So I started working with a friend of mine, doing remodeling. So a few months went by, and I started getting comfortable. Started getting paid and getting comfortable, learning a trade. And one day he tells me, "You know what? I'm gonna fire you." I'm like, "What do you mean you're gonna fire me? You're my friend. You can't fire me." He's like, "Because I'm your friend, I'm gonna fire you." He's like, "If I don't fire you, you're never gonna go to school. If I don't fire you, you're not gonna push yourself. So I'm gonna fire you next week." Next week came in Friday, hands me my check, hands me my severance check, says, "That's it, you're fired."
Well,
I didn't believe him. I didn't believe him until I saw the check, and yeah, it was a severance check. He's like, "That's to help you enroll in school." And I'll be eternally grateful to him because he taught me a lesson about, look, if you get comfortable, complacent, you might not accomplish the things that you have set in your mind. Things, you have to work at things. And things aren't handed to you. You need to work hard. And so I've had some people ask me, especially like in church, how do you do it? Where do you get the energy from? I'm like, well, I know what I want to accomplish. I know what God has called me to do. And I know that He has given me all the abilities that I need to get those things accomplished. It's just a matter of me getting it done. So it's as simple as that, really.
and it's all on you, right? You
It's
can't.
on me.
Yeah, nobody's doing these things that you have to do in order to accomplish your goals. You have to do them.
Correct.
Either you do them or they never get done.